Hi everyone, welcome to Center of Balance Live. I'm Sunampua from Center of Balance, the acupuncturist. Now, today our topic is what causes anxiety. What causes anxiety? Now, before I get into the topic, I would like to share this live video on my Facebook. If you're on watching this live now, please give me a thumbs up and say hi to me. Hi, good morning, Veronica. How are you today? Thank you for supporting, and please share this live video as I share it as watch party. The Facebook has a function that you can watch party, and one you share is watch party, and your friends, your family can watch it with you together. Right. The next thing I'm going to do is go to Instagram and my personal account of Instagram and do a live video. Right, that's it. Well, if you're on my Facebook page today, clinic Facebook page, today is Friday. Right, if you're watching this, say hi to me as well. So on Friday, I'm not working, I'm not seeing patient. I'm very good, thank you. But our clinic's still open, so we have our practitioner, my team still working in the clinic, seeing patient and looking after the patient. Okay, now Friday is my off day, and I do paperwork and I do marketing things, and I talk with you and do some article, right? All right, and be with my family and with my daughter, something like that. Right. Let's talk about what causes anxiety. Well, the exact causes of anxiety disorder are unknown, unfortunately. Right. But according to the National Institute of Mental Health, researchers believe that a combination of genetic and environment factor may play a role. What it means is, what does it mean, the genetic? Genetic is, well, it's in your DNA probably, right? It's from your grandpa, grandma, right? From your, so you can't control, you can't change it, right? Now, I want to mention two things in genetic things, what I reckon in my study. But in my study, I'm not meaning that it's in the school study, medical school study, right? It's the experience and what I study in religion, something like that. So when it comes to genetic, okay, what my master said, when it comes to genetic things, it's always related to the habit from your parents, right? So what about, it can be the diet, right? It can be when things happen that your family, your mom, your dad, how they react to it, right? If one thing's happen and they always, when they have no solution, they always play in a role of very emotionally, or they get angry easily. Not, doesn't matter what happened, they just get angry. They're not trying to solve the problem. They're not trying to think of a solution. The first thing they react is angry. Then you learn from the parent. That's what we call genetic. Okay, one of the understanding in here is genetic, is in here, right? So because once you understand this, then you'll be able to change it. You know, you can control it. You know, there are solutions. But my understanding of genetic is something that you can't change it, right? Like in the Western medicine is you can't change it when it comes to genetic. You know, you just blame your mom and dad. Right? My understanding is different. Okay. Now the genetic things is, in the last couple years, few years probably, I study religion things, and I think a lot of genetic things, especially when you're sick, you suffer from one disease, let's say anxiety, and your family member, a few of them suffer from anxiety, and your grandpa or grandma suffer from anxiety too. And that we can explain it into karma. Yes, I'm talking about karma, right? Karma, a lot of disease is actually you keep suffering from it and your whole family suffer from it. This is related to karma, right? So this is my understanding, right? There's nothing wrong or right, okay? And I have tried some method to help my patient in a karma way of helping, apart from Chinese medicine and acupuncture and emotional day practice, and that helps them a lot, okay? But you have to have understanding first. All right, so be an open mind, okay? So environment factor. What is an environment factor in anxiety? Is like people suffer from anxiety, they worry and there's fear in there. They're scared. Maybe too many people around and they're scared. They have social problem. They have social disconnected with social thing, right? When there's social life, there's many people in there. They get worried. They don't know what to say. They don't know how to react. They don't know how to communicate with people, and that's why they have a fear in there, and they scare about it, and they worry about it, right? So the environment or the event may cause anxiety, right? So, but more recent research talking about the brain chemistry. Brain chemistry is also being studied as a possible cause. The area of your brain that control your fear response may be involved. Okay. So anxiety disorder often occur alongside other mental health conditions such as substance abuse and depression. Yes, especially, I don't know about you guys, but in New Zealand there are a lot of sexual abuses. With those kids, they have anxiety and they're related to sexual abuses. And many people try to ease the symptom of anxiety by using alcohol or other drugs. That is the worst part to go into it. And I've seen that patient that suffer from anxiety, and I have a friend that work in the woman prison, and they say, well, many of those women have they've been using drug and alcohol, and they become a criminal. But in the very first place, because they have a mental problem. What the mental problem is, they have anxiety, depression, and the main reason is because when they were little, when they were young, they have sexual abuse from the family, and that is horrible. And so to understand all this, I start to feel, wow, when you look at a criminal, they are good people. There's something happened and no one helped them, and they become helpless. That there's no one care about them, and that is why they get into alcohol, try to numb themselves, get into drugs, and then they ruin their life. So in the very first place, it's not their fault, right? So we need to understand them when you want to help them, right? So the relief these substances provide is temporary, like drugs or alcohol. So alcohol, nicotine, caffeine, and other drugs can make an anxiety disorder worse. What we said about is, when you're on drugs, you feel a bit of relief. You're just numbing yourself. But after that, anxiety is still there. You're not going to get rid of it. So do not use any drugs or alcohol. This is a wrong thing to do, what I consider. All right. There are many other solutions that we will talk about it in the future, like using acupuncture, Chinese medicine. Why using Chinese medicine? Why using acupuncture? So then we need to discuss the cost of it. Right. So that was from Western side. Okay, we're gonna talk about the current research about the brain a little bit. I'm not very familiar in that way, but I've read some article about it. Here you go. This is the Chinese medicine one. Okay, for anxiety, it related to stomach and spleen. Anxiety. When stomach and spleen is weak, when stomach and spleen are weak, then you suffer from anxiety. Very common, very common. So I have a patient came back yesterday. The first thing that he came in, very first thing, the main complaint was neck pain and shoulder pain, and we figured out that I go to the initial examination and we figured out that actually he suffered from anxiety, very bad, every day. He keeps himself busy. He's a very stressed person. Need to work, and relationships not good with family, but he can't concentrate, not sleeping well, and the tummy pain, bloating, and IBS symptom, diarrhea every day, and his bowel motion was about type 6 in here. Right, that's very bad. That's not good. Okay, and after 2 months of treatment, guess what? We have a re-examination. He said, well, I have no neck pain and shoulder pain now. And the biggest thing that changed is no longer anxious. The anxious feeling he do this is in here every day. It's gone. It's gone. Occasionally, he felt a bit of anxious. That's it. And when he got anxious, we have a solution. I said, not just acupuncture, not just Chinese medicines, but do emotionally practice, which I want to show with you one day. If you keep following my video, I'm going to show you emotionally practice, how to practice it. Okay, and there's a lot of things that are free online, and I'm going to show you how to get to them. So this patient hasn't got any stomach problem, no bloating, bowel motion beautifully every day, type 4 or type 3, and of course he avoids dairy, avoids gluten, avoids sugar. Why is that? Because those 3 things make his tummy got worse. All right, so avoid those things. He no longer have tummy pain, no longer have bowel motion problem, no longer bloating. So what happened in here? This thing comes first. When tummy problem better, which means the stomach and spleen function better. When they're functioning better, you no longer get anxiety. All your anxiety will get less and less and less. He said, well, his work's still very stressed, but he can concentrate it, he can focus on it better. You see, this is the 2nd month that he had treatment, Chinese herbs every day, with acupuncture just once weekly. And with the 1st month, he said, well, I only have 20% better overall entire health, only 20%. And he keep going with the 2nd month. Then we did a re-exam yesterday. He said, I have about 60 to 70% better. Overall, that is great news, isn't it? Only 2 months. So we're talking about what causes anxiety disorder, right? So according to Chinese medicine, stomach and spleen function out of balance, anxiety. Not just here. If your heart functions low and your heart can't support stomach and spleen, and stomach and spleen out of balance, you get anxiety too. And we talk about anxiety. Anxiety It's a combination emotional things, right? Can be fear, stress. Then let me show you. When people have anxiety, it can cause from here as well. What is that? Fear. You see, kidney function. We want kidney function to be better. If kidney function is not better, and you still get a lot of scary think about a lot of scary thing, and that is in your mind, and you get fear a lot, then obviously the anxiety level was still there. So you need to learn how to get rid of your fear and learn how to manage your life, work, family, because there's stress coming to you, and that's related to your liver and gallbladder. Does it make sense to you? This is Chinese medicine. Alright, so we have a different theory compared with Western medicine. Western medicine is trying to put it down to genetic things that you can't help, or they now try to find out, oh, okay, it's a brain chemistry thing, change that happened. Alright, I have a panic attack patient at the moment. Yeah, panic attacks is another one. Panic attack is quite similar to anxiety attack. Alright. Apart from acupuncture, I also apply your techniques. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. At the same time, tapping on the in tongue and on the base of the throat. Thank you. That's great. That's good. I give acupuncture twice per week. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Wow. Veronica, this is what I do too. Okay, just practice emotional day practice. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. Those things we're gonna talk about later on. We have discussed it in the past, and keep using this. And no matter what the patient felt, and as a practitioner, you share with patient, and they want them to do it together, and share with them how you actually apply them, and when they come, you apply that for them, right? So we don't have to tell them that we apply for them, but we definitely want to apply it for them, for our patient. And patient, oh, you can't hear me. That is not good. It's funny. Well, you might have to go replay. But anyway, this what causes anxiety. So we have a different thought in Chinese medicine. Okay, different thought. And yeah, I have to mention about the current researchers, and they found that in the brain, and there is two different areas. One called I think it's called amygdala, 杏仁区 on Chinese, and 海马区 is hippocampus. Those two areas, and when things happen, they actually control the fear, right? Involved with fear and involved with the anxiety response. So it can trigger fear and anxiety response in those two areas. So the recent research is more focused on the brain chemistry things, okay, and those two areas. Well, just want to mention that I'm not very familiar in this area, but anyway, as I said, this is very new research, and I'm not quite sure how they treat it according to this theory yet, but according to Chinese medicine, we have our way to deal with that, with the organs dysfunction things, and I also introduce emotional practice, and now I more look at the karma thing as well, and that is part of the genetic. That's what I understand. Okay, if you are on our Facebook page of our clinic, Sense of Balance, hey, this is our phone number, 07846 7956. 07846 7956. Give us a call. There's a free pre-assessment, and we're happy to talk to you about how we think about whether we can help you or not. And come in for initial examination. It's only costs you $40 for an hour, but you have to fill in a long form first. So because we need to understand all your condition about your organs function, then we're going to go through it and let you know, according to Chinese medicine, what organs are out of balance. Then we set a goal. Then what happened? I'm going to give you a plan and let you know what method, what solution they involve to help you recover from anxiety, right? And if you're an acupuncturist, please share this video and comment down there. What about your patient? You know, what solution do you use, and what is the progress? Have you had any experience to deal with your patient who suffer from anxiety, right? So if they are on medication, and I'll tell you on medication, there are a lot of side effects. You must go and find out what sort of side effect they have, and how do you talk to your patient, you know. So follow my live video every day, and I'm going to share with you in the future, in the next couple days, how acupuncture treat anxiety. I can give you some strategy. Okay, I'm going to give you some acupressure technique. Just tapping technique is very good. I'm going to share with you emotional day practice, which everyone can use it, like Veronica just mentioned about those technique. Emotional, that's how I share with my patient. Okay, what I share with you, and there's no charge, so happy to share. And what does Western medicine do, and what are the side effects of that? So you need to understand all this. Okay, so patient, call us. If you're practitioner, keep following us, and go down there. If you're practitioner, we have Facebook group that you can join, and we have a free webinar platform that you can join, and there are a lot of free acupuncture technique that you can learn from. And I'm currently just busy with GE acupuncture. I'm filming some video, and once I finish it, complete it, I'm gonna put it up on the website. And that's not for everyone, and it's for people who ever pay for the Malaysia workshop, but due to COVID, we have to postpone the date of the workshop. So I'm in charge of filming some video to teach how to use GE acupuncture to treat some conditions. All right, stay awesome, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Sorry, Veronica, you can't hear me. I'm so sorry about it, but you might have to go to replay again later. Thank you very much. See ya.